Abuser Tom Stegall. Tom Stegall is a narcissistic coward bully, and he's one of these people that have taught me for the gang stalking program with so-called narcissistic dog abuse tactics in his videos. I'm a gang stalked on the video. I'm taught with a secret persecution program called gang stalking. I've been taught for more than a decade with this. And the Bible Church is one of the churches that have taught me for the program. Tom Stegall, Dennis Roxer, and other the Bible Church pastors. The several Christian ministries taught me for the gang stalking program. Rafi Gold of the Bible Church leadership, Tom Stegall. And in this recent video, he was talking about. And a lot of times it's like the narcissist always abuse tactics were taking shots at me and working to target me. It's disguised as jokes or something like this. But they want this church to target me with covert narcissist always abuse tactics. In this recent live stream, the Bible Church live stream, Tom Stegall, who's a fat, ugly, freaky looking person. There seems to be a pattern with sellout pastors that I see be deep state shills, like Tom Stegall is a deep state shill. And there seems to be a pattern that the deep state Satan likes to use ugly people to be puppet pastors. The Tom Stegall is what you get if you let Satan pick a pastor for you, by the way. It's like Bible Jesse Martinez, Robert Breaker, Andy Woods. It's almost like there's a type. See? It's like narcissistic. The more narcissistic you are, and that's something that Satan seems to pick pastors that are narcissistic. The deep state Satanist. If they're going to pick somebody to be a deep state shell puppet pastor, they pick somebody that's narcissistic. And then they'll be a narcissistic pastor. Also another pattern is fat pastors, which are red flag. If a pastor, they say that being fit is the greatest status symbol because it says something about your character. Okay, I see this all the time. Like alpha male groups on Instagram and things like this. It's like self-help hashtags show up. A lot of times I say that being fit is one of the greatest status symbols because it says something about your character. It signals that you have discipline, self-control. So here's the point, here's my take. I've said it before, beware of fat pastors. If a pastor is fat, it's a sign that he's a lover of pleasures. So if a pastor is fat, like Tom Stegall, Dennis Rocks, Andy Woods, Rod Baker, that says something about the character, that they can't control themselves. It's unhealthy to be fat. And people that are food addicts, food junkies, they just live for pleasure, it feels good to eat, mouth pleasure. They can't control themselves. They're not being fat. So Tom Stegall in his recent video, he talked about how it's like some people that you see them in real life, you say, is that AI because you look better in real life? I look good in real life and online. And I do believe that was one of these narcissistic always abuse tactics where he's kind of delving into how I get harassed by people come and say I'm AI. A lot of times the reason people come accusing me of AI is the same reason people come accusing me on drugs, because I'm a superhuman, I'm extraordinary. I look too good to be true, meaning the same when I exercise and live stream sometimes 18 hours out of 24 and I'm energetic the whole time, or in my martial arts workouts people come accusing me of being AI or meth or on coke or crack or something like this. But then it's a way to try to devalue, it's narcissistic devaluation. And Tom Stegall is a narcissistic. You are handsome, okay, I don't care, and most likely your body troll that's showing up in here to push my boundaries, and you're playing games, manipulative games, and right now you're leaving a fake positive comment, and most likely. So I don't care, okay, I'm not a narcissist, I don't care too much about what people think about me. It's like I care about what I believe, okay. So anyway, Tom Stegall is one of these narcissistic abusers. He's one of these pastors talking with passive aggressiveness, and several other people in the Bible Church, and they are not worth of respect. It's not worth of respect. He was projecting his recent video where he talks about, you know how some people, it's like people put their best face forward. And you look at their profile picture on Facebook and you see them in real life, and look nothing like to do in real life. People don't say that to me in real life, okay? People don't tell tell me that I know in real life that I look better on the internet. I look good, and maybe that's something that makes you feel jealous. So I wouldn't be surprised if Tom Stegall is doing narcissist always abuse tactics, pushing my buttons, be like, oh yeah, Mike, I'm gaslighting, do narcissist evaluation. It's like you don't look as good. Yeah, a lot of times if I'm out in public, it's bad lighting, cold lighting. So how you look, it depends a lot on the lighting, okay? It can matter, but I'm handsome. I don't have the insa ugly weirdo freak genes that you do. They make you have a mediocre or sub-mediocre IQ and bad facial symmetry, reducing at non-handsomeness, okay? I'm not a man of low character like you. A lover of pleasures, more lovers of God. Now I support the projection, where it talks about how people have they put the best face forward on social media, and the real thing is about your character. Yeah, he's projecting because he's a fake nice guy. He's got a fake nice guy persona. He's a good Tush's pastor, and he loves the church and Christians. Inwardly, he's a ravening wolf, and he's a person who is passively aggressive. So he works to go around attacking and harming people covertly, like he does with me with the gang stalking. But he's got like a persona where it's like to the public facade on YouTube. It's like, oh, I'm a pastor and I care about you guys, and I'm growing the Lord, and I'm here to teach the Bible and stuff. But he's a fake nice guy. He's got a fake nice guy persona, which means he's projecting. It's a type of projection that he engages in the video, because he's a person who's got like a fake nice guy persona, like a fake goody two-shoe Christian image, but secretly he's like a ravening wolf. And Dulu Bible Church is a domestic terrorist church. They're a sellout church. Dulu Bible Church, Tom Stegall and other Christian leadership, Poochie Jones and other Christian, I don't know them all by name. I know them by the ugly face if I see them in videos, most of them. Where's the point? They're gang stalkers. They're domestic terrorist gang stalkers. And I would be surprised if maybe you're jealous because you're ugly and fat, okay, and have a man low character, and you're narcissistically insecure about this guys that are looking good. So the Tom Stegall has done this before. That's little narcissistic. He's one of these pastors that told me for the gang stalking program. And it'd be like, for example, it's like, and this is how it works. Narcissist always abuse tactics, covert bullying. Okay, it's like I make a video. It's like I flex the top of my neck muscle. Look, the neck muscle for this. And then after a while, after that, Tom Stegall in the video goes, "Do you know how sometimes there's some reptiles they will like flex the neck muscles? You're not impressing anybody." Or something like this. He's referencing something I did in a recent stream with a narcissist evaluation on it. So this is how the gang stalking works. The covert narcissist always abuse tactics, and because they're so arrogant and narcissistic, I could actually prove and persuade people, like their followers, if they watch my videos, I am confident I could prove to a point where people can see, I can see how they've been taught in Mike with covert abuse in the videos. Time no events, it takes a lot of time, and I don't get into it all the time. Because I look at this stream and then cut to when he said he's referencing this and putting a spin on it, things like this. So a lot of times narcissistic abusers overextend themselves and can be exposed to what they are. I think you don't understand how algorithm and AI works. It's an algorithm that's watching. What leads you to believe that I don't understand how algorithm and AI works? That's a dumb comment, okay? It's an algorithm that's watching. You're making no sense. You look like a person that has a hard time being clear. Now, most of the people that show up to push my buttons are toxic people. And toxic people are passive aggressive and use innuendo, and they play dirty games like underhanded tactics. So somebody wrote, I think you don't understand how algorithm and AI works. Based off of what? Based off of what I've said in this video, do you not understand how algorithm and AI works? It's like a strange thing to do. It's like you're writing something that's other places, almost like a formal word cell, something like this. It was like trying to confuse me, just be vague and obtuse and push my buttons. I think you don't understand how algorithm and AI works. It's an algorithm that's watching. You're making no sense, okay? So I'm gonna keep working to fight against the sellout pastors and work to expose them. Dulu Bible Church, Raphael Arnold, and other Andy Woods and other deep state sellout puppet pastors that told me for this gang stalking program. And Tom Stegall is all these pastors that told me what narcissistic dog abuse tactics they call. So I would recommend that you don't listen to them. And he's not worth of respect. You're a weak, disgusting coward bully, Tom Stegall. Tom Stegall is a weak, disgusting, passive-aggressive little womanly coward. Who I'm a man. I'm overt in my aggression. If I got something to say, notice that Tom Stegall say, I'm not a passive-aggressive beta like you, a weak man. Understand? Do you know that passive-aggressive is a weapon of the weak? That people are cowardly, afraid to be openly aggressive, or people whose aggression is unjustified. So passive aggressiveness is a weapon of the weak, the cowardly, and the wrong. Okay, if you feel that you justify your aggression, yeah, I'm mad at Tom Stegall, and okay, I'll make a live stream, Tom Stegall, this and that. So Tom Stegall is predicting this video where he talks about people putting their best face forward on social media, and it's also doing narcissistic abuse because he's referencing how I get trolled and harassed. People come accusing being AI and stuff. The reason people come accusing being on AI on drugs all the time is because I seem too good to be true. My speed is like I look good, okay, and maybe you're doing narcissist always abuse tactics. And Tom Stegall, this wicked cow bully, would never fuck with me in the flesh, understand? He'd never be doing little narcissistic abuse in the flesh. I don't think so. I would love it if he could come to Sweden, get a job as a plumber, and the next time I call the landlord to have a plumber come, it'll be Tom Stegall showing up in here, coming through the door. I'd love that, understand? I really would love that, okay? And maybe you love it so much you never be able to teach into a Bible church again, because to be like, I'm moving to Sweden and stay here as a plumber. I'll never leave Sweden again. I'm staying in Sweden. I'm gonna live the plumber life here in Sweden, okay? So anyway, here's the point. Tom Stegall is a disgusting, wicked, coward, narcissistic abuser, and he's on this path that taught me for the program. And I look great, okay? I look good in real life and in pictures. And maybe that makes you jealous, okay? And you need to do your little narcissist always abuse tactics for the program, narcissist evaluation. So, people that fat pastors is a red flag. Remember that. That indicates their love of pleasures. They don't have self-control. And Tom Stegall is projecting, like the narcissistic abuse that is, where it talks about people putting their best face forward on social media. And they look nothing like that in real life or something. I look good, okay? Maybe that bothers you. You need to devalue that. There's a lot of people who get jealous. Most people are immature and envious. So if they see somebody has something good that they don't have, if that's looks or talent or athleticism, they get envious. So here's a quality burn. Tom Stegall talks about people pick the best pictures. Yeah, maybe you're jealous because me at my worst looking, disheveled and bad line, look better than you ever did. Maybe you're jealous of people that can have at time that they look good. See, they can get a picture of themselves looking good and upload social media. Whereas you, there's no lighting, there's no angle, there's no nothing where you can any time or day be looking good on camera, understand? You also be looking weird and freaky and there's all kinds of wrong. And we had a little narcissistic abuser, fly mic come in. It's an algorithm that's watching. No, it's not an algorithm that's watching. This human beings are watching when I go live. It's not an algorithm that's watching and it's counting as 6 or 9 or 12 views when I have 6, 9 or 12 views. I do understand what an algorithm is and I do know what AI is. Now, I don't need to use AI, but it is interesting. I do get people come accusing being AI a lot of time. So I guess I'm maybe looking too good to be true. Okay, and there's a pattern where if I'm exercising, training, martial arts, people come accusing me of being on meth. And that's to devalue and falsely attribute my athleticism to illicit substances. So it's a form of devaluation. And then if I'm looking extra good, I'm more likely that people come accusing being AI. So we'll see. I might pull all-nighter tonight and start a new Iron Man mode game. We'll see. So this is no filter, no AI. decent lighting, and I'm looking good. No filter, no AI. And Tom Stegall can never look this good because he's ugly, you understand? He's got shit genes. It's not my fault. So, Tom Stegall is a puppet pastor of the deep state. He's a puppet pastor. He's one of these deep state shell puppet pastors working for the Bible Church, which is a gang stalking church. They're a church that have targeted me for this gang stalking persecution program, which means they're domestic terrorists, and they are deep state shells. They are puppets of the deep state. Andy Woods is another one of these deep state puppet sellouts, and Raphael Cohn is another deep state puppet sellout. So there's several Christian ministries and pastors that targeted me for this gang stalking program: do the Bible Church, Tom Stegall, Andy Woods, Raphael Cohn, so on and so forth. And he's projecting. He talks about people putting their best face forward in this video. Yeah, you're projecting because maybe I'll start doing every time they upload a video, I gotta do a live stream and play the video and do commentary on it. Now here's the point. He's projecting because that's true about him in a worse way. Where it's like if people pick a good looking picture type as a profile picture, that's not really a toxic person. It's like I've got pictures, let's pick the best picture I can get for my profile picture. It's not really a sign of a toxic person. It doesn't really indicate somebody's toxic, like there's an evil person. It's like if people wash their face before going to work, or they put on a clean shirt if you got a dirty shirt before going outside. It's not really a sign of a toxic person. That's part of standard human behavior. Now, your type of false self that you're presenting was like, oh, I missed it, goody two shoes, Tom Stegall, but secretly I'm a ravening wolf. Inwardly I'm a ravening wolf, and I'm here on camera, I'm putting my best self forward. I'm a Tom Stegall and I love you guys and stuff, but inwardly it's a ravening wolf that's targeting me, a Christian with narcissistic always abuse text in videos, or sort of put downs and worse. So he's a fake nice guy who hides behind a fake nice guy persona, but he's a really wicked evil person, and a fake basically. As a gay troll pretending to be gay to harass me. That's cyberstalker, where somebody shows up with a cyberstalking account with a male name running. You are handsome, and that's not the game that they play. Cyberstalkers, like gay trolling. I think you don't understand how algorithm AI works. I do understand how the algorithm works to some extent, and I know what AI is. Then right, it's an algorithm that's watching. You're doing some kind of weird psychological warfare, weaponized communication. Yeah, so we're gonna keep, since the Bible Church has declared a war on me, Raphael Cohn, and have been waging one. I'm in a war. I'm gonna fight and defend myself. I'm gonna keep working to speak the truth and work to expose these people until they're exposed, or until the church is not running anymore. So I'm gonna keep working to expose these people. The Bible Church is one of these gang stalking churches that targeted me for the gang stalking persecution program for many years. And they are disgusting, reprehensible people. Tom Stegall is not worth of respect. He's a disgusting, reprehensible person. And the Bible cult is a cult. They're a cult. They have a little cult there. And any Christian church that is a gang stalking church, they're a cult. Just on the basis of being involved in gang stalking. Because gang stalking is a secret group of people that secretly stalk and harass and abuse others. Secretly, and they have behind the scenes like cult ideology, like a secret ideology, was like, yeah, we're involved in this, and that people would say it's evil, but we know that it's okay, kind of. So, uh, Tom Stegall is a pathetic, weak, disgusting freak, okay, and ugly. So maybe he's envious of people that can look good ever in a picture. There's people that can take a good picture of themselves, but they look good, see, like ever, see. There's no picture that Tom Stegall can take. There's no lighting, there's no nothing. He can't take a picture looking great ever. And maybe he's envious and insecure because there are people that look good, that can look good if you just have decent lighting and get on camera, they look good. Okay. I might actually go live. It's not impossible. I'll go live on my laptop and play the video and comment on it. You can look at this sick, freak, ugly piece of shit. So maybe you're jealous, Tom Stegall, because there's people out there that can upload a picture to Facebook of themselves looking good. Understand? If they take a picture of themselves in decent lighting, they can get a picture of themselves looking good. Whereas there's no lighting, there's no angle, there's no camera. You can't take a picture of yourself looking handsome ever because you're not a handsome man. So I don't use AI. I don't need AI. I look good, okay, and that makes people like you feel bad. And since Tom Stegall is a narcissistic abuser, a narcissistic abuser that does covert narcissistic abuse, which is easy to do to me over the internet. It's a low stakes game, at least short term. He's doing devaluation and pushing my buttons like he's done before. So, do the Bible Church, or one of these churches that taught me for the gang stalking program. And I'm not crazy, I'm not on drugs. I am a gang stalk 20 Gang stalk is real, I've been taught for more than a decade. And do the Bible Church is one of these churches that taught me for this program. And they have taught me in a variety of wicked, evil ways. Narcissists always abuse tactics, and they keep doing that. It's like, look who's talking. Do you understand how vulnerable you are to be mocked and made fun of, ridiculed, criticized? Try to get me on the defense to talk about. It's like, what a coward, pathetic bully you are. A man of low character, really wicked. So, unfortunately, it might be a flying monkey over here in Sweden that work for the same program that has to feel my wrath, even when push comes to shove over here. It's been close a few times. And it's easy for you guys to work for the program over the internet to pick on me and do narcissist always abuse text like Tom Stegall of this world and I think Arnold and Andy Woods. You're not the flying monkey that's going to be in the same room as me, or in the same supermarket. And they might actually get confronted in the flesh about what they're doing. And that's not something you're risking, like the same 90 seconds that you deliver some little narcissistic always abuse tactics that you don't even risk being confronted the same 90 seconds, like in the flesh, understand? So it's a pretty low stakes game, at least short term. But I don't believe the guy will let these people get away with the wickedness forever. Sooner or later, they'll get some negative consequences for sure. Definitely. And I mean, I saw the Bible Church recommend Andy Woods, who uploads this in his Spiritus video. He talks about reaping what he sow and things like this. So imagine what you guys are going to reap then, since you've been communicating threats against my loved ones for a program that has targeted my loved ones physically, has harassed me and my loved ones and targeted me and my loved ones all kinds of ways. And is targeting me with psychological abuse and working to make me and my loved ones feel unsafe and in danger and create dangerous situations and things like this. I won't be surprised if God let something seem happen to you. Understand? And it's like, I'm not intimidated to the least bit because people just sent this flying monkey to harass me, this most recent flying monkey that got the job to harass me and make that didn't get me to stop going after you, understand? I was like, oh, I'm shook now, I've got to stop being Mr. Nice Guy now because they're sending the flying monkeys and they're kind of wrapping up the target. No, that doesn't work like that. Oh, here comes one of the cyber stalkers. There comes another cyberstalker more precisely. He's a monster. He's moving body parts in the bags. What bags? Again. Why did you rape my little brother for? You're a coward. I didn't rape your little brother. You're not a coward. I won't be respectful. Well, then you get blocked. You're getting blocked. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. I don't overthink things or get perfectionistic. And I took a look at the Bible church because they're on my radar as a gang stalking church that had told me for the program before. And I keep an eye on them. They're on my watch list, like I'm on the government's spy on a harass list, and they work for this program where it's like they're spying on us. So, and I saw him take little digs at me, like little passive aggressive coward bully, and I go live and talk about it. So it's pretty simple. So, the reason I'm taught is because I'm dangerous to the deep state. And the deep state doesn't have to work to harass Tom Stegall because Tom Stegall is a weakling and a coward, understand? That's not a character of a pastor. He submitted to the deep state and started taking orders. And some of these churches that work for the gang stalking program, which means that the deep state chills, how they justify selling out is that they're submitted to the powers to be or something like this. But they also have videos about you're not supposed to submit this order to tell do bad things. So gang stalk is an evil, wicked conspiracy. And they've been recruited by the deep state powers that be, so-called, to participate in it. So they're doing something evil. So that excuse doesn't hold up. So the Bible Church is a gang stalking sellout church. They've taught me for this gang stalking program. They keep telling me with narcissistic abuse tactics. And they taught me in disgusting ways. Communicating veiled threats and narcissistic put downs and stuff. So you're quite pathetic. And I understand that you guys are worried and you had to cheat so hard because you're worried about someone that actually has what it takes to teach and do the job right, and it's not a sellout. That you feel like you're outmatched and you feel insecure about losing power to your little cult members. The Bible Church is a little cult, full with freak, weak men, cowards. That's what they are. Only weak men, only weak Christian men sell out and start working for a deep state program persecuting other Christians, especially if you're a pastor. It shows that you're afraid, you're sold out, you're afraid to say no to them. It shows that you don't love the Lord. It shows that that it shows weakness, spiritual and character weakness. So, Tom Stegall, maybe you're jealous because there's people that can look good ever in the pictures. And me, I look great sometimes. And my base are like my worst is still better than your best, understand? You could take pictures of yourself all day. You can wake up in the morning, take pictures every room, different types of lighting, and you never look as good as I do at like the worst. Okay, so maybe you're jealous of the people that can look good in pictures on Facebook. And Tom Stegall is not attractive enough. He probably had to settle for a hyper-masculine woman with a high body count, like the average American Christian and pastor. They most likely had to settle for a hyper-masculine woman with a high body count. I don't mean that like like a sniper in war, but it'd be a good thing. It's like something that they can boast about. There's like he got 30 confirmed kills in some deployment or something. As you see, this guy Nick Irving or what's the guy's name? They made a movie about the Navy SEAL. There was a sniper, Chris Cal. They had a high border count. Okay, there's something that these guys boast about the border count. They got 72 talented or something. So for a woman having a high border count is a bad thing. Unless she was a Marine Corps sniper or something like this. And then it would be like to certain people be a good thing. But never like across the board. And there's very few people that would say that they're born a white with a high border count. So unfortunately, Tom Stegall most likely not being a high value man, not handsome, not really, doesn't have that much going for himself. He had to settle for a basic woman, understand? A basic woman with a low body count, like a basic bitch. So some hyper masculine woman with a high body count. And he can't attract like a beautiful woman with a body count that's not that high. So he has to settle. You can't be that picky. Understand? If you're not that attractive as a man, you can't be that picky. You can't have high standards. So Tom Stegall is a wicked, evil man, and a narcissistic abuser told me for this program. And he's a wicked, evil, narcissistic, abusing coward. And Rafi Gold is not one of these. I gotta keep naming these people that are involved. Rafi Gold is a gang-stalking pastor and a sellout. Andy Woods is a deep state sellout. Do the Bible Church is a deep state sellout. I'd be interested to know about the health too. And why don't they share more about their health practices? Do the Bible Church. I've been sharing everything about what I do. So if people want to follow me and be like, I'm gonna do what Mike does and recommends. I've been telling everybody what I'm doing. I take a lot of supplements. I eat a low sugar diet. I didn't get vaccinated during COVID. Okay, I know a lot of people did. A lot of Christian pastors did. I didn't, and I've heard some people express regret that they got the vaccine. Actually, I'm not saying they're right, but I heard some people say that they express regret, that they regret getting their jab. That's not a problem that I had to have regretting it, potentially because I never got the jab. So I didn't get vaccinated during COVID. And it's been kind of quiet. I don't hear other pastors on yet to talk about if they got it or not. Because I'd like to know, okay, you should demand that your pastor tells you if he got vaccinated during COVID and provides proof, as I have done. I actually logged into my medical records once and show 0 vaccinations. Because I've been saying that I didn't get vaccinated during COVID, sharing that with people. And then I logged into my medical records and showed it no vaccinations. But they have no vaccinations logged for my side. So not during COVID, not before, not after. So I'd be interested to know how Tom Stegall, if he got vaccinated during COVID. Okay, I'd be real curious. I also like to know if he's taking his vitamins. I don't have to ask if he's eating high carb diet and if he's a lazy bum that is a man of low character. So anyway, here's the point. It's this simple. Beware of fat pastors. If a pastor is fat, like Tom Stegall, Andy Woods, that's a sign of a man of low character. That their lover of pleasures indicates that their lover of pleasures, quite possibly, more lover of God, because people eat because it gives them pleasure. So it shows that I'm ripped with a 6-pack shredder and fit at 36, elite fitness. Only 1 in 25,000 men above 35 years old have a 6-pack. I'm ripped with a 6-pack at 36. And I've stayed fit. I've never been fat, say. And that says something about how I live my life. It's not, I don't live just like feels good dude all the time, say. Because then I'll be like eating sugary stuff and eating all the time because it's tasty and stuff. So they say that the greatest status symbol is a fit physique. It says something about your character. Now in the inverse, if you're fat and a Christian pastor, that says something about your character. It says that you don't have discipline, you don't have self-respect, self-love, you care more about pleasure, okay, and you don't have love for your family because being obese is a risk factor. You're more likely to die, all-cause mortality. You're more likely to die of a number of things if you're obese than if you're not. So if you're Tom Stegall, you're obese, or Andy Woods, or Jesse Martinez, Bible line, they got kids, they're more likely to have their children lose their father because they eat too much and make themselves fat. And they're more likely to have a heart attack and stroke because they're fat. See? So it's a sign of low character. That somebody's a man of low character, a lover of pleasures, and that they lack self-control if they're fat. Definitely. Let's bring the video. It's 2 a.m. and I ended up being up longer today than I had intended. So we'll see. It's not impossible that I pull an all-nighter.